So my review is about a video game that my classmates may or may not be familiar with, and that is NBA 2K18, the video game. It is very, very, very realistic. It's like unlike any other video game I've ever seen in the past 2K NBA series, and it is a very good game for the play. But here are some of the details in my review. If you want to buy the game, here are my details on this game, and it should help you in understanding how the game is and how it kind of works with its modes and different other deficiencies and everything. So here we go. NBA 2K18 is another step forward on the court, improving on the series' already great gameplay. You are rewarded for smart, controlled basketball when dribbling, driving, and playing defense in ways that make sense for the players you are controlling. In the side modes, results are mixed. Um, the new fusion of career mode elements into the neighborhood gives it some new life, but the same can't be said for the meaningless story elements within My GM. And microtransactions now have too much of an impact on gameplay. There is a far more good than bad, though, and NBA 2K18 deserves credit for taking chances. The pros and cons are here's my pros and cons. The pros are that it's super like player likeness and individual animations. That means that basically NBA players from all 32 teams move just like the NBA players in real life. Announced evolved shot pass mechanics. Neighborhood offers an engaging social experience, and my team nears ultimate team caliber, unparalleled attention to detail. And the cons are basically is that it's hacking with the My Career storyline. The My GM is basically with the next chapter, it's a little bit half baked, and the My Team is the biggest beneficiary of these improvements. My favorite new My Team addition is Pack and Playoffs, which simplifies your team down to selecting five random players from packs, then uses that group to go against other users. Therefore, you end up seeing opponents who are clearly who clearly tried to build a team to play a certain style, and then others who just picked the best players that could, regardless of fit. You have to adjust and strategize while not worrying about subs or any other extra elements. And then if you get bored, you can just go and draft again. The biggest downside right now is to the head-to-head games online is that timeouts are causing a minor frame rate issue for many folks, including myself. After returning to action, if neither team ever calls a timeout, this issue never occurs. You can play through it, it is noticeable, especially when stat overlays come up on the screen during the action. I imagine it will be patched because something familiar has happened before in an NBA game, 2K game in the past, and was quickly patched then. But as of now, it remains my biggest issue with online play. Playing online has seen a number of structural changes, some better than others. The first and most obvious is that in what feels like the culmination of years of baby steps, NBA 2K18 has largely stripped away the linear starting path of My Career and combined it with My Park and Pro Am to create the neighborhood. Instead of picking modes from menus, you are set loose in an open environment as your player are free to jog to various places to take part in pro-am, amp up in games, or even just compete in a trivia against a bunch of other random people. There are a couple other improvements to long-term mechanical issues in 2K that should be mentioned: fast breaks and rebounding. Fast breaks have been improved this year, and that you are no longer constantly being chased down and blocked from behind on plays that you should obviously end in dunks. Defenders cannot just make up an absurd amount of space and get to you when you have no right to get there. That being said, players still do not run lanes or hold their spacing enough on the break. It is very common to see 7 to 8 players end up in the paint on the break when they really should be finding more spots at the 3 point line to provide better spacing and passing lines. Rebounding has been diversified this year with some fantastic loose ball animations and tip rebounds. There are still some cases where I do not understand how a guard got in to get a rebound around 3 other players, but much like the signature style mentioned previously, players like Andre Andre Drummond are true threats on the glass. All of this put together means I am having the best time I've ever had playing online in head-to-head games. I generally play NBA 2K more online than against the AI, and seeing all these improvements across the board has truly breathed new life into the series for me.